Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Oshai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Oshai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Oshai. All praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. To the apostles and elders of great mercy and rule well. And salutations to the brothers also they pushing the word and all truth and sincerity. Right, it's one of the brothers from GMS train at East. Right, my name is Roy, and one of the things that a man have to realize, right, is that you have to know when they're getting chastised, right? You have to know when they're getting chastised, and you have to know when they're doing something wrong, right? Because when you do something wrong, you get chastised. Now, if you're doing something wrong and something happened to you, and you watch it carnally, because hey, to be carnally minded is death, right? Everything you watch is just carnally. Something happened to you, you just basically like, all right, that's supposed to happen. It's not so, right? Because at the end of the day, the scriptures talk about being chastised, and men have to know when they're getting chastised for doing something wrong, right? Yeah, I myself get chastised, but all brothers get chastised at some point, right? Yeah, but you have to know. The main thing is that you have to know when they're getting chastised for something you do wrong, because you don't get chastised for anything, right? At the end of the day, if something happened to you, if your mother beat you, right? If your father beat you, what they beating you for? They can't just beat you for nothing. You had also do what? Something wrong. And it's just so with the Father, right? The Almighty, it's just so. Right? So, hey, let me jump into the scripture, right? So, it say, this Hebrews 12 verse 6, it say, for whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, right? And scourgeth every son whom he receiveth, right? So, whom the Lord loveth, he will chastise, right? So if he love you, he will chastise you. And you have to understand that is that in his truth, and he's a son of the Most High, right? And if you do something wrong, you will get chastised. Because if he is a son, that means the Lord is what? With Father. And if you do something wrong, your Father will what? Will beat you, because at the end of the day, it's say for whom the Lord loveth. Because if the Lord love his son, and his son do something wrong, he will chastise you for doing something wrong. Because then how we go love you for not chastising you if you do something wrong? The thing is that the sons have to know when they do something wrong that they get chastised. They watch it carnally and say, hey, well, alright, boy, this happened to me today, but where is this way? And you continue doing your shit. You have to realize when you're getting chastised, that means you're doing something wrong, right? Let's see. Verse 7, it says, if ye endure chastening, God dealeth with you as with sons. And as I was saying before, it's the same way with your father. Basically, and when your father used to beat you back then, and when he was younger, right? When he was younger, your carnal pops, right? Your carnal pops, your dad, let's say dad, right? Your dad. When he beat you, you could not go nowhere because you had to come back right home, right? You didn't endure that chastising, you didn't take that chastising, you didn't run away, right? And as the same way with the truth, you had to be able to endure the chastising from the Lord, right? You had to be able to endure that chastising, because at the end of the day, if you was at the beat you was shy at the beat you, right? And so they get licks. That chastising is licks, right? So we say licks, right? Basically, we're running for. Yeah, son, don't run away. Stay. Because you have to be, as the scripture says, it says, if ye endure chastening, God dealeth with you as with sons. So you have to be able to endure that chastening. You didn't run from your father. I mean, you didn't run from your dad, right? Your earthly dad. Right? You didn't run. Basically, you took that licks and you came back home. Or you stay where you get licks home and you sleep. You went and sleep one time. Right? You endure that licks. You understand? You endure that licks right here on earth. It's the same way when you have Hashem, you shy, chastise you. You have to endure it and remain right there. Right? So go in. If you endure chastening, God dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? That like say, hey, if you do something wrong, right, and you can, and your dad on this earth here, he beat you or he do you something, then he don't love you. He basically do love you, right? He rather see you do all kind of shit and continue doing shit. But if the Almighty, right, Almighty just in all His ways, right? Yahweh Hashem Yahushai just in all His in their ways, right? If they see you do something wrong, they will beat you, right? They will beat you. Because as it says, for what son is he whom the father chasteneth not? So what father wouldn't chastise you? What father wouldn't beat you? Right? You have to get licks. If you're doing something wrong, you have to get licks. Men have to realize that, hey, they be going through things for a certain period of time, and they're like, hey, why does car go? Because you're doing something wrong. Right? You're doing something wrong. So you're getting chastised. Yeah, and it's a good thing to get chastised, because at the end of the day, the father dealing with you. The father showing you, hey, I dealing with you, you're doing something wrong, correct that. Right? It's a good thing. Right? But it's to know when you're getting chastised, and to know to deal with that matter, to see where you're going wrong, right? And correct it. So going on to verse 8, it says, but if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons? Because if you ain't get chastised, as I was saying, if a canal dad and a canal pops in beat you, right? He's a bastard, basically he's a bastard. Right? That can be your father. If you do something wrong and your father beat you, that can be your father. And you know his son, he's a bastard. Right? Because he rather see you do shit. Right? It say verse 9, it say, furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us. And just to touch on this point here, it say fathers of our flesh which corrected us. So you have your father home, and the same way we have spiritual fathers who come like Apostle Tahan and Apostle Ariam Lab, Apostle Gaba, Apostle Rakan, all the elders going down, right? That come like the fathers in the flesh, right? They be not our sperm donors, but they, as the scripture say, it say fathers, it didn't say father, right? So furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, which is even your elder who wake you up, because he correct you, right? And even if you're in the truth, and the same way the apostles and them must keep on correcting men daily, so basically they wouldn't see a man go off and not correct him, right? You have to correct him. You see, and we gave them reverence. And the same way we give the apostles and them reverence, same way we give the men above us reverence, right? Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? So if you can give reverence unto the fathers in the world, right, that correct you, as I say, if your father home beat you, yeah, you're not going away, you're come back home, so you're enjoying that cutters and staying, right? And right, it's the same way when the Almighty, as the scripture say, shall we not much rather be in subjection, say rather not be in subjection unto the Father of spirits, right? The Almighty rather not be in subjection unto that and live. Basically, hey, he himself got thy father. Right? So when he chastises in be in subjection, the same way be on subjection unto the men in the flesh that correct you. The same way you gotta be, is the same way you gotta be in subjection unto the Father's spirits. That not because he not here, he wouldn't beat you. No. Hey, he send a spirit to correct you one time. Right? Send a spirit to chastise you, beat you, mash you up. That worst flex. That the worst flex you will get. Right? Your earthly father could only beat you with a belt or something you find out wrong. That little licks, that the flesh licks. But the spiritual licks worse. That way it says, shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits? Why not? If you know that licks 10 times worse, 100 times worse. Right? Take that A. Right? Take that licks and endure it. Right? And correct yourself. And correct yourself. So going to verse 10, it says, "For they verily for a few days chastened us after their own pleasure, but he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness." So yes, so the fleshly fathers, they correct us, they chasten us just for a few days, right? For a few times. As I say fathers above, hey, you had men that correct you, that keep on correcting us still up to this day, right? For they verily for a few days chastened us after their own pleasure. And it's only for a few days they chasten us. Right? But he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness. So when he chastises us, it's basically a profit. That way it says a good thing to get chastised from the Most High, to actually know what is going on. Right? So it said that we might be partakers of his holiness. And that, to be partakers of the Most High holiness, that way we get chastised for. We have to go through it. Right? So yeah, hey, just something. Hey, man, you don't know when you're getting chastised. You don't know when you're getting chastised. You don't know when to correct yourself. You don't know when the fathers are chastising, and you have to endure it. You have to endure it, right? It's a must. Take that chastisement and correct yourself, and enjoy it for the time that you have that you're getting chastised. You ain't want to be a bastard, right? You ain't want to be doing something wrong and the father not chastising it. That worse than actually getting chastised. You're doing something wrong and the father not chastising it. That worse, 10 times worse. Yeah, so take your chastisement and cool yourself and just endure it. Right? So with that, we want to give our praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, double and the apostles and elders of Great Milson and rule well, and salutations to the brothers also, they pushing the word in our truth and sincerity. Right? Until then, we say Shalom.